No, it should be all right. So, welcome to Simon Says May, our monthly get-together. And we've got quite a bit to go through today. I've made a long list. I'm afraid I'm going to keep looking here. I must put that over there or something so I can, or my camera over there or something, so I can sort of look in the camera without looking away from you beautiful people. Hopefully the audio is okay. Someone will tell me. Hopefully someone will come up and say something and then say they can hear me. Special guest today, my mum's watching. She told me she'd be watching. She said she's going to be very bored, so for her to watch this and get slightly less bored is quite a pleasure. No one's said anything yet, so maybe no one's on. Been on for a minute. Come on guys, I'm waiting for you. Just talking to myself. Right, so I'll just crack on anyway, because I know some of you don't watch this live. I know some of you perhaps are working Saturday morning, so it'd be a bit easier if, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this. Sorry if it's making a noise. Move that like that way, then I can then make sure that I can sort of look at you. But anyway, we'll crack on. I've got a few things to do today. So what are we going to be doing? We are going to be having a look at what the weather's been like in Tenerife. We're going to have a look at some of the best things that have happened for me and say for the office, and for me and Anna something special happened as well. So we'll be able to show you. Hi, people are on. Oh, good morning, Jonathan. Jonathan from, I think that's Jonathan, if that's Jonathan I know. They've got a property here in Los Cristianos and living back in the UK. Mike says morning. Oh, great. Do you know what I was going to say, Mike? I was going to say, do you know, if Mike's on, he'll tell me if the audio's okay, because Mike's an audiophile, so Mike knows a lot about that. Mum says it sounds good, that's all right. And, oh, Deborah emailed and said good morning from Ireland, so she's, I'm assuming that's the same Deborah there. John says, good morning. Dale says, hi Simon, sorry it's been a long time. Just realised YouTube took me off your list. How bad's that? I must write to my YouTube representative. Okay, so what else are we doing? So a few things that happened this month. We'll also have a bit of a breakdown on the market of April 2023. Have a look at any properties that we've just recently taken on. I did something in the office as well. Bit of an update, so give you an update on that. And also, if anyone has any questions, think of your questions, and then we'll do it. If anyone's got any questions, then we'll just do some questions afterwards. Okay, so the weather has been pretty awesome. We're in May, so we're coming up to summer. It's been pretty good. I did a video, as I very often do, on the way into the office, so let me share that with you now. Here we are. So, oh, bear with me a sec. Technical. Here we go. Technical issue, but nice and bright. I don't know if you can see that very well. There we are. Church Square, nice and bright. And then I also, this is our street, so a bit quiet on the first thing in the morning, a bit quiet, but just had my coffee down there, so before I came in this morning. So that is what the weather's like. Now we live up in the hills a little bit, so we've got a bit of a height, we're about 400 metres above sea level, so we've got a bit of a cloud. We've had a bit of cloud during this week anyway, but generally speaking, it's been really nice and seems to have cleared up totally now. Best things that happened this month. So we've got a few things that did happen this month, and I'm going to show you some of the things. But something that did happen in May is, and they might be watching, they won't be watching now, I can't see them on there now, unless they are watching and just haven't said hello. Had a visit from Duncan and Elaine, and they're from Middlesbrough, and they came in and just said hello, which is nice. So if you're wandering the streets of Los Cristianos and you think, oh, I wonder if he's in, we're just down that road there. That's where, from the church square, just down that road there, and we're on the left-hand side. So if you're passing or you're sitting in the street, just give us a wave or say hello. Because these guys came in, and it was nice. It was pleasing to see him. I'm going to do this every time that anyone comes in, make a note who came in to say hello, and then I shall then give you a little mention. But they said they wanted to take a selfie because they said our nephew also watches you and it's going to make him really jealous. So if you're the nephew and you're really jealous, then I'm sorry, next time you're in Tenerife, you come over, you take your own photograph with me. So no, that made me feel really pleased, makes you almost feel like you're almost a celebrity. Not quite. But anyway, Okay, so what else happened this week? If you're a follower, here now look, if you're a follower of any of my Instagram or Facebook or something like that, you might have seen this photograph. And that photograph is a photograph of some eggs. And we think that they are lizard eggs. So we put them in this little thing. Anna put them in this, and it's got the bit of what's that, cotton wool at the bottom and things like that. And we put a lid on it, but not right on it, just off it like that. And we thought the best place for it was the oven. We hardly ever use the oven. We normally eat salads and things like that. So we thought, right, we'll pop it in there, allow the air to get to it and that sort of thing. But I looked at them this morning, and they were not there. Very disappointing. So I said to Anna, where are the eggs then? And she said, I thought, she's found something out. She's put them somewhere special. No, I put them in the bin. She said they've all dried up. They've all gone a bit crinkly. So I wonder if maybe the lizard, we're assuming it's a lizard, maybe the lizard left them there because maybe she knew they weren't going to hatch. I don't know. They were just in the middle of the garden, just as I was clearing out the dog poo from the garden from the night before. So there we are, bit of a shame. So we're not going to have any lizard babies, and no one will know if they were lizards or snakes. What else? Now, we were going to get another cat. My mum's going to go, what? We were thinking about getting another cat. Now, the only reason is this. Anna's got a friend whose brother lives in Gran Canaria, and he has a hairless cat, the Egyptian Sphinx. And he didn't realise that they were pregnant, and or she was pregnant, and she gave birth to something like 3 or 4 cats. So Anna sent me this video over, just point like that, and sometimes she'll send over a photograph of, aren't they cute and things like that. And then when I got back, she said, this was her, right? So I'm working on my computer, and she said, what do you think's calmer, a male cat or a female cat? And I've gone, well, I suppose a female cat, because most of our female cats sort of stay inside. This is her, right? Then she goes, what do you think if we get one of those hairless cats from Nida's brother? I said, if you want to, get it, because I know it's her favourite ever cat. She's absolutely in love with it. Anyway, she's now decided against it, and I'll tell you why. Because we've got the garden, the cat will come and go as it pleases, and likely lie in the sun. She's thinking that a hairless cat, one of those Sphinx cats, really should be probably in an apartment that has no real outside space. All right, you might have a balcony or something like that, but not that it's going to lie out there all the time, because they're going to get sunburnt and potentially sun cancer. So she's thinking against it now. We probably won't, but it would make things even, wouldn't it? If we had 6 dogs and 6 cats, it'd just be a bit even. That's all. So that's that. Lizard eggs we've talked about. Okay, we talked about Duncan Lane. And now, I should get some of this stuff, shouldn't I? Here, what do you think of this then? Last week, we had a conservatory built. Look, there's that bloke there in the middle there. Look at him. Perhaps I should have realised that before I took. There's the cloud, actually. Look, there's some cloud over the week, during the week. Right, so this here has always been here. That's a net to stop the bloody cats from getting out. And this is a washing line. So obviously not the best of photographs, but this here has always been here, and there's big wooden struts here, and we've got these which are sun blinds, and they come down. There's another one that goes there as well, but it's always been open. So now what we've done is we've now covered this in glass. Well, we didn't, but we had it done. Covered this in glass, and this is aluminium, so it'll last like 30 years. Let's see, I'll probably. And then at the side of it, I don't think actually I've got one of the inside, so you'll see that. This here is the inside, so you can see here on the right hand side. So here we are inside, we're looking outside now, this is our view. That's Boob Mountain over there, you probably might have heard of Boob Mountain, and that's Lily, one of our cats. But anyway, so we've had it all cut in here as well, so you can see it's all, so we can use it as a proper room there, and that's downstairs there, that goes downstairs to underneath this area here. So this is a massive terrace we've got here, and then we've got stairs that go down here to underneath here, so that's where we've got our gym. Although if you look at my body, it doesn't look like I go to the gym very often, but there we are. Now, okay, we've done eggs, we have done. Let's have a look at anything else. Okay, another thing that happened this week, it was this week, yeah, is this. Where am I? Why can't I do that? There we go. This is the signboard. Right, let's stop that. Put this on here. Now, if you do follow me on Instagram or anything like that, I'm sorry, but you will possibly have seen this already. But this is the signboard that we have outside. We've got properties down here and here. The kids get blown over in the wind. Bit of a disgrace. I think it's falling over. Cables are broken. So I'm gonna. I have already. I've cleaned it all up, and now I'm going to get some cables now. 1, 2, 3. And then put the properties in there. So let's see what it's like. A couple of hours later, there we are. So it's all been done. I've got, you can't really see me very well, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 10. So we'll have 20 properties in there because they're see-through. So we'll have 2 sheets of paper in there with the details of the properties. There it is. So that's what I did during the week. And I also put some, the doors are here. You can't really see the office doors, but the doors are here that go into the office. So I put some of these there on the office door as well. So yeah, it has been a long time coming, that, but no. So if you're coming down the street, you get to the end, you know, if I was saying about if you want to come and pop in. So that video there, that short video, straight down the street, and then we're down there on the right-hand side from the church square. What was this video here? Oh yeah, I did another little video on Instagram. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, just look for Simon Sutton George, or you can see everything. If you go to contactsimon.com, I've made a website, just so contactsimon.com, and I've made a website that has all of my contact details and any sort of Instagram or anything like that. So, let's go back to here, and then, if you love Los Cristianos, you know this is Los Cristianos Promenade here. You've got the Crazy Golf. This building here is called Edificio Comodoro. This building here is now the H10 Big Sur, and then to the left of the H10 Big Sur you've got Edificio Guayero right in front of the petanque courts. Now I found some photographs on Facebook, and this is in 1964-65 when Edificio Guayero was being built, and then to the right hand side at the back there you see the Hotel Oasis Moreque, which is what it used to be called. This is a poster saying that it's going to be open soon, so it's showing a picture of the building as it used to be. And this is the front of the Oasis Moreque on the road going down to the Los Cristianos Sunday Market. This is the back of it. This is where we were standing just now doing that video. And then this is an old photograph that I found showing the old Moreque Hotel, Edificio Comodoro, and then to the left of that Guayero. But you can't see this photograph without seeing Christian Mar as well. And there's plenty more to talk about in this photograph, but this is not the video. So that was something I put up as well during the week on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're not following me there, but if you like that sort of thing, then you might like to just join us there. Some other people have joined us here. So let's have a quick look. Daryl says it's 67 degrees in Oxfordshire right now. Now I don't know what 67 degrees is. It sounds as if it's hot, but maybe not. I know my brother's gone to Goodwood to a car show today with his dad, well, with our dad, and that sounded bad, didn't it, with his dad. Anyway, they've gone to Goodwood, which is on, well, not quite the south coast, but it's in the south anyway. There's 9 centigrade there, so Dell, I don't know what 67 converts to. Paul Haydock says, morning Simon, looking good, thank you very much. Thanks, Paul. Eddie says, morning. No sound my end. Probably my problem as well seems okay. Thanks, Eddie. Hopefully you're all right. I'll come out and back again. That's Eddie saying that. Dale says the sound is okay. Dale says remember your keys to Eddie. So maybe that sounds good. Right, so Eddie's back on now, so you can hear my cat's name was there. Dale says his cat's name was Eddie. Having a little conversation amongst yourselves. Are there native snakes in the Canaries, says Mike? Don't know, Mike. Interesting. Mum says no to the cat, I told you that. What else have we got here? Patrick says good morning. Oh, 19 centigrade. Dell says 19 centigrade. Where were you, Dell? You said you were in Oxfordshire. 19 in Oxfordshire, crikey. I had 20 on the way down, so it's 21 when I got to Los Cristianos, so that would have been about 9:30. So, poof, blimey. Almost Tenerife type weather up there in Oxfordshire, if anyone's interested, go up there. Right, okay, now then we're going to do a little breakdown of what happened in Tenerife market update. Let's just put you on here. Again, I'm sorry if anyone's already seen this sort of stuff, but I do talk about it on my YouTube and Facebook and Instagram channels, but if you don't follow me on there, then you might not see it. But let's have a look here. We can see that this is year-on-year changes, so you can see how much properties have increased. These are sale prices as well, so property prices have increased from anywhere between 13% up to 28%, depending upon which area you're actually looking at. These are the month-on-month figures. So again, Los Cristianos only up by 1%. Now last month it was up by about 1.3. So are we seeing the start of a reducing? Well, it wouldn't necessarily be if showing these figures. It wouldn't necessarily be a reduction in asking prices or sale prices. This would be a reduction in property, not in property prices. It would be a reduction in what's being sold. So these are for sale prices, as I say. Adeje 4.3% and Costa Adeje just up by 2.4%, which is about standard for Costa Adeje, I think. You can see how many properties are sale in the whole of Tenerife. There, just over 9,000 properties. Arona itself had 1,470 properties for sale at the time of this, with an average asking price. So these are their asking prices of just over €3,000 per metre squared. Again, 1,470 properties for sale in Arona itself. 369 of those were in Los Cristianos, and bear in mind that Los Cristianos sort of encapsulates half of Las Americas as well. So when you see the next slide, you'll see what I'm saying. And the average asking price throughout Los Cristianos are €4,200 per square metre. This is the whole of Adeje, it's the next slide I'm talking about, 9,146, again in the whole of Tenerife, that's the same. Properties for sale in Adeje itself, 1,619. And then you've got the asking price of €4,300 metre squared. So that's Adeje as an actual municipality. This is what I was talking about when we talk about Las Americas. So again, 1,619 properties for sale in Adeje itself, but 142 of those, which seems really, really small amount compared to Los Cristianos at 369, but 142 of those are in Las Americas. But as I say, don't forget half of Las Americas is in under Los Cristianos, so you could effectively say double that figure and take 140 or so off of the Los Cristianos price, and that seems very high, doesn't it? The asking price there of Las Americas, but and then you've got the whole of Costa Adeje there again, just over 1,000 properties for sale at nearly €5,000 per metre squared asking prices. So again, property prices are on the up. What else have we got here? I haven't got much else to say. I'm going to ask if anyone's got any questions. We've got a few more messages here, so let's see if anyone says. Let's just bin that. And then we'll get down to, if anyone's got any questions. What's the time now? It's 10 minutes. So we've been talking, well, I've been talking for 20 minutes. So Noel's asking a question here. Hang on a sec. So Marco here. Hi Simon, love Tenerife. We'd love to buy a property out there. Well, Marco, you've got all of my information. Just this is going to look good, isn't it? Does that work? It does. Just along there. So you've got my email address there, phone number, but you can go to contactsimon.com if you want to, and then all of my contact details will be on there. So you can just perhaps you can just follow us on YouTube or Instagram or something like that. There's also, when you go to Contact Simon, there's also on there a link where you can join the newsletter. I send out a newsletter every month as well. So I've got 22,500 people on that newsletter. So you guys that are watching are one of those, probably. 22,500 people. Always a bit of information on there. Latest properties are on there as well. Actually, I'll show you quickly. I went yesterday to go and take on a villa. I went to Adeje, the centre of Adeje, so we've got this villa here, and have a look at this. It's just been totally refurbished. It's 1.65 million euros, but the attention to detail has been awesome. I took some photographs here. I was up there yesterday while the professional photographer was there, and I just took some photographs. So I mean that gives you an idea. There's two of them either side of the bed head there. And what else have we got here? There's a bathroom there. a lot of this stuff was imported from Lithuania and also from Italy as well. So it's been done really nicely. Marble tiles throughout. That's a lovely bathtub, isn't it? They've done a real good job. I like it. That's just the downstairs bedroom's bathroom. They've got a pool outside there. Nice outside space. There's more outside space as well. That's a bodega. So that's actually inside the garage, and the garage is absolutely massive. I reckon you could probably fit 4 cars in there and you'd still have plenty of space. So you'd have, and this is another separate room, totally off, still within the garage. So they've got some nice lights, and there's a toilet in there as well. And then you can, there's plenty of room in there to play billiards and that. I'm going to have a video of this property actually up a bit later on, so next week. So, else. Oh, this is the kitchen. Just took these on the mobile phone. Do you know mobile phones are so bloody brilliant, aren't they? These photographs. I mean, you've got to think about the actual composition, but you can just get some brilliant photographs. Oh, and that's the actual thing there. So there we are. So that will be on the website a bit later on in the week, and then I'll do a video of that. I've done lots and lots of video footage, so I shall be editing that possibly over the weekend, and then we'll have that up and running at the start of next week as well. So right, now let's get to this question then, because Noel Fairman, he says here, I'm on disability pension in Ireland, which is transferable to Spain. So I'm thinking of moving. I have an Irish medical card which covers the cost of medical prescriptions, colostomy supplies, advice. Okay. I've just said all that in public, but I mean, it's a public thing, I suppose, Noel. So any idea where I would get advice on same, as it would be a game changer if I were to move? Thanks. Okay, right. I don't know if you're still online, Noel. Are you actually Irish? Did you say you had an Irish passport? Well, I suppose you must be Irish. You've got an Irish pension, and you're saying actually Irish. So Irish people with Irish pensions, people with Irish passports are still within the EU. They didn't leave the EU, as you probably all know. So you will still have the same rights as if we were going back a couple of years before Brexit was actually done. So you can still come out. There's no 90-day restriction for you. And if it says it costs all of your, we used to have, as an English person, we used to have the sort of dual medical thing. So a Spanish person would go over to England, United Kingdom, and then they would then have their medical things paid for by Spain, and then it would be the reverse as well. So a Brit would come over here, and the same thing. The Spanish would do the job, and then the British government, health authority, whatever, they would pay. So that still happens. I'm absolutely certain for Irish passport holders. So if you want to do something there, I don't do rentals. I don't know if you're buying or renting. I don't know what your plan is. Yeah, he's just said there he's Irish. I don't know if anyone else can see the chat here, but he says he's Irish, so that's perfect. So I think you stand a very good chance of coming over. So maybe if you want to buy something, obviously I can help you. If you want to rent, I'd suggest that maybe you come over, perhaps get a hotel for a bit first, and then actually look with your own eyes for rentals. I think I've said on one of these shows before about some very, very unscrupulous goings on with regard to people claiming the properties for rent and how cheap it is, and then someone said, well, that's okay, put down a couple of months deposit and I'll reserve it for you, and then when you come over it's not there. So be very, very careful. So if you're thinking about renting and you have the option, you have the ability to come over, maybe stay in a hotel for a couple of weeks to actually see with your own eyes what properties there are. Now, just the same as sale prices, rental prices are going up as well. So there's, I don't know about how many properties there are available for rent, but certainly I know prices have gone up anyway. So Noel says he's buying. So if you want any help with that, certainly help you there. And if you see something that you think, oh, that might suit me, then that's easy enough for me to go and speak with the agent to make sure that A, it's still for sale, and B, if it would suit you or not. It might be next to the sewage works or something like that. So you can always just send me a message. And are you on my newsletter, Noel, as well? Just go to contactsimon.com and all of my stuff's on there, and you can download a buyer's guide. So I've written a guide to buying property in Tenerife as well. So if you want that, then you can download that. Give me your email address. Just go to that that email address there, just send me and just say it's Noel, we talked about moving over, and then I can do what I can. What else have we got here? Dels is on the newsletter. Dels on another account there. Patrick says it's beautiful, Simon. Thank you, Patrick. I assume you're talking about how beautiful I am. Oh, I'm going to take it a minute. Right, it's 5 minutes. Now, I'm going to see if this works. It may not. I'm going to say goodbye. If it doesn't work, I'm going to say goodbye now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out onto the street, give you a bit of sun. Of course, Del doesn't need any sun because it's 19 centigrade where he is, but some of you other people might need a bit of sun. So I'm hoping that the signal from my phone will reach to my computer and will then reach to you. And we're going to see if it works. But, as I say, if it doesn't, I'll say goodbye now. But if you're interested, and hopefully, there's the office, there's the board. It'd be interesting to see. I don't think I'm going to go too far out in the street, just in case you do get cut off. There we are. It's the old Devon Arm up there with the church square. So there we are. I'm going to shut this. I really don't know if I'm still live. I might have been cut off. So we're going to find out when we get back to the old table. Wow, looks like I'm still live. So I am going to say goodbye, guys. Have a great weekend, and see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers for now. Bye.